This is the simplest way to do advanced Ho'oponopono. Many of you in the community are asking how to do advanced Ho'oponopono, so I thought of making a video for you here today. So, what is advanced Ho'oponopono? Before that, let's understand what is basic Ho'oponopono and why do we need advanced Ho'oponopono. Basic Ho'oponopono is nothing but those four statements that we say, I am sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. So these four statements are creating miracles in many of the lives of the people, right? But sometimes it is very hard to connect to those statements. You can be saying that mechanically, right? Even if you are going somewhere or driving, you can keep saying, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. So that won't create results. It's like chanting, it's not creating much results. Because of that, you keep delaying the results that you want. That is why my mentor created Advanced Ho'oponopono. Advanced Ho'oponopono, in each statement, we say the reason. I'm sorry for. Why are you sorry? When you say with a reason that connects more deeper into your subconscious mind as well, and you get faster results. So, let me share my mind map I have created for you all so that you can understand how to do this very easily. So, let me go there. I hope you are able to see the screen. Let me share it again. Sorry for that. Yes. So, how to do advanced Ho'oponopono, right? We will divide this into multiple frameworks. So, in this framework, we have multiple areas, and we will ask some questions in each area to get an answer. That answer is nothing but our reason. This emotional awareness using Ho'oponopono, every emotion, right, affects different areas of your life. Instead of asking what should I say for I am sorry, you can ask the questions. Those questions, right, I will give you now. So we have divided our entire experience into three things: inner world, outer world, life journey. So when it comes to inner world, again we have self, thoughts, emotions, beliefs. So we will be asking different questions to get different reasons. For example, when it comes to self, right, you can ask, how am I treating myself? What am I saying to myself? Am I criticizing or accepting myself? And you can come up with n number of questions. These are just a template that I have given. So now let's take an example. Let's take self doubt as an example and we will see what to do here. I'm sorry for doubting my abilities, right? This is the reason matching with the question, right? How am I treating myself? When you want to heal self doubt, you can ask, how am I treating myself with respect to self doubt? So I'm sorry for doubting my abilities. Next one. The next statement is, please forgive me for why? What are you saying to yourself? Please forgive me for speaking harshly to myself. Simple, right? You can simply get the reasons by asking the right questions. Thank you. Why do you want to say thank you? Thank you for reminding me of my strengths. I love myself exactly the way I am. So, like this, you can ask questions and you can get the answers. Those answers are your reasons. The next area is mental patterns like overthinking, negative thinking, assumptions, stories, inner dialogue. Everything comes into these thoughts. You can ask yourself, what thoughts keep repeating? What stories am I believing? Right? You can keep saying that. Another example. I'm sorry for believing every fearful thought. Right? Please forgive me for replaying these stories. Thank you for helping me notice my thoughts. I love myself beyond my thoughts. So you can say statements like this when it comes to thoughts. Okay. When it comes to emotions, emotions are nothing but fear, anger, sadness, guilt, shame, joy, anxiety, helplessness, and so many emotions. So here also you can ask questions. What emotions am I avoiding? What emotions needs love? You can ask a number of questions. These are only for examples. And here, I'm sorry for holding fear inside me. Please forgive me for resisting my emotions. Thank you for helping me feel and heal. I love every part of myself. You can say like that, right? So you are getting right. In every area, you can get some reason and you can say the affirmation or the statement. When it comes to beliefs, these are like subconscious programs, usually starts with I am, life is, people are, I can't statements. I am lazy, I am lucky, I am unlucky, like that. So again, you have to ask yourself what belief is creating this feeling. What do I what do I believe about myself? Like that you can ask. And here is another example. I'm sorry for believing I'm not enough. Right? This is like you can add it to the self-doubt thing, right? Or you can have it for anything. If somebody is not loving you or somebody is not good with you, you can say, I'm sorry for believing I am not worth. Please forgive me for accepting this belief as truth. That is just a belief, it's not truth. Thank you for helping me create new beliefs. I love myself beyond every limiting belief. So you can come up with different reasons. Those reasons are your statements. Now let's go to the outer world. In the outer world, right, others are their actions and control. When it comes to others, right, how are your relationship with others? Comparison, expectation, approval, validation, judgment, and all those things comes under others topic. In the others, you can ask yourself, who am I blaming? Whose approval am I seeking? Am I comparing myself? And let's take an example, right? I'm sorry for comparing myself to others. Please forgive me for seeking approval. So in this category, all the reasons includes others. From whom, for example, please forgive me for seeking approval. That means you are taking approval from someone else. Thank you for the people helping me grow. I love myself without needing validation. So you can come up with different reasons. So whenever you are doing Ho'oponopono advance, just think or pick some category. For example, if I have a headache or if I have a lower back pain, right? I can take self as self and I keep on saying that I'm sorry for troubling myself, right? For the back pain. I'm sorry for believing that I need to do lots of work. Please forgive me for stressing myself too much. Thank you for helping me to heal and release the pain. I love myself even with this pain. See, I have created reasons right instantly because the area that I have chosen is self. If you want to have, if you want to take others into this, I'm sorry for taking the responsibility of others because lower back pain is because of the responsibility. Please forgive me for taking other people load and believing it as my own load. Thank you for making me realize this. I love you even when you take the load and I am okay to release it now. See how beautiful it is. You just need to pick the area and you will get the reasons automatically. See, I am getting all these reasons because I have practiced it multiple times. But you can also get it when you keep on asking these questions, right? See, when I am going through the statements, I am sorry, I am asking back of my head, what shall I tell? Whom am I blaming? These kind of questions, right? You are saying, right? These kind of questions when I am asking. So when it comes to action, right? Action means avoidance, procrastination, people pleasing, not speaking up, overworking. Those things can be your actions. So these are the simple questions when you are saying, what action am I avoiding? What action came from fear? What action is natural to me? What action is creating stress to me? Like that, you can ask. And those can be your reasons. I'm sorry for holding myself back. That means avoiding. Please forgive me for procrastinating because of fear. Thank you for every step I have taken. I love myself as I move forward. Similarly, when it comes to control, is nothing but attachment, resistance, need for certainty, trying to control people, trying to control outcomes, right? So you can similarly ask yourself, what am I trying to control? What can't I accept? These are the questions. And you can ask multiple questions by the way. So let's take an example. I'm sorry for trying to control everything. You can say that for back pain also. You can say that for headache also. I'm sorry for, please forgive me for resisting uncertainty. Why am I taking responsibility of other people? Because I need certainty also, right? That is why. Thank you for teaching me to trust. I love myself as I surrender. You can create statements like this. When it comes to life journey, these are nothing but your experiences through time, patterns, growth. So you can ask yourself when it comes to time, am I stuck in the past? Am I afraid of the future? Am I resisting the present or missing the present? Again, example, let's take. I'm sorry for worrying about tomorrow. When you want to heal, right? You can take time and you can say, I'm sorry for worrying about tomorrow. Please forgive me for holding on to yesterday. Thank you for this present moment. I love myself through every lesson of life. So you can do like this, okay? Again, when it comes to pattern, these are nothing but repeated habits, cycles, emotional loops. So you can say, what keeps happening again and again, right? What lessons keep repeating? You can say, ask these questions for whatever Ho'oponopono you are doing. Example, I'm sorry for repeating breakups. I'm sorry for repeating mistakes, right? Please forgive me for staying stuck. Thank you for showing me this pattern. Allow myself as I create new habits or new patterns. You can say like that. Growth also. You can ask yourself, what is life teaching me? How am I growing? Examples. I'm sorry for doubting my journey. Please forgive me for forgetting how far I have come. Thank you for every lesson. I love the person I am becoming. So you can keep saying things like this, right? And with that, you can easily get the reasons for every statement. So whenever you are doing, no need to focus on the other person. You just focus on yourself. For example, if I am doing any advanced open for you with you, I don't focus on you. I focus on myself. You have an issue, maybe blame or maybe anger. I put myself in that situation. I take two, three categories. For example, I take self, others, pattern, thoughts, whatever. And I ask myself, if it is anger, what am I doing myself? What am I saying to myself? How am I treating? If it is anger, you are treating yourself very bad, right? Because anger creates lots of chemicals in your body which harms your body. So you can say, I'm sorry for accepting anger, which is creating so many stressful and not so good hormones or chemicals in my body. Please forgive me for getting angry on others. Thank you for teaching me a lesson that I need to be able to respond instead of react. I love myself because I'm learning to heal. Like that, you can come up with your own statements. Okay, that's it. And if you want to be part of our daily practices, I will put a link below. You can join there and experience the miraculous results in your life. And I see you all